local co-op. It was so good to actually like play that entire friggin' series with my girlfriend. So that was a lot of fun.
Hey guys, girls do play video games.
I know.
I say this every time because everyone's like, girls don't play video games. It's like, fuck off. Everyone plays video games.
Everyone does.
Well, who was it? Joe Rogan. Did you ever see his one podcast? He's like, why are video games so fun? They're just fucking addicting. And they're fun.
Exactly.
But let's do a little bit about this. Nighthawk, wish she played Borderlands. She plays, buddy, if she plays The Sims, who cares? Your girl plays games. It's better her playing games than going out getting shit-faced.
I also got an Oculus, so I was playing a little bit of that Arizona Sunshine. It's a zombie game.
What's the Oculus?
Oculus Rift. It's Facebook's virtual reality game system.
Oh, shit.
So it's pretty wild, man. Like getting eaten by zombies in 3D. You're like, it's too much, man. You're actually there.
See, my luck, last time I played 3D, I almost ripped the PlayStation off the table because I like ran backwards because I didn't know how big the circumference of the virtual reality went. My buddy's like, you fucking idiot. I'm like, why? He's like, you just almost ran into a pillar. I'm like, so I'm going to knock myself out today before the day even starts. But let's get into it. Since nobody on the stream knows who you are, I want you to give me a nice little brief description of yourself. Colin, shoot.
Okay, guys, I am born and raised in London, Ontario. I've been in the fitness industry for about 5 years now. And it all started, I was like overweight most of my life. Decided to kind of clean things up. I lost like 50 pounds. And I'm like 5'5", so 50 pounds is like 7 inches on this short body. After that, I actually had like 5 or 6 joint surgeries in my 20s. And I was like, if I just had the knowledge and how to take care of my body, maybe I wouldn't have needed to get all those surgeries. So I got a few courses under my belt. I'm a fascial stretch therapist and advanced movement therapist level 2. I have like 13 courses under my belt. And now I run my own studio called Your Time Fitness. It's 330 square feet. And it's just really good to work for myself, really. I've worked at 3 other gyms in London. So a great amount of learning experience there and just really happy to be where I am these days.
What were the other gyms you worked at?
I worked at Forest City Fitness to begin with. I moved to Old East Village Fitness. So OEV Fitness was a really sweet place. It was a CrossFit gym. So it was a huge change from my functional training into the whole CrossFit community in the CrossFit world. That was a wild time. And then I just did a little bit more time at BowFit 2.0. So that was BowFit's new gym on Clarence Street. That
Nice.
was another really
I was going to ask, where is Clarence Street? I'm just kidding.
Clarence Street is London.
Buddy, I've lived in London for almost 10 years now, and I still don't even know where half the streets are.
Man, London's a weird place. I still get lost in like the North End and stuff. It's hilarious.
That's my hood. No, I'm from Woodstock. So if anyone's here from Woodstock, represent. You guys suck. I'm kidding. I shouldn't say that. But the city I'm from, I didn't really have, it was pretty much one big ass street. And then you had those side roads. I come to London, it's like one big ass street with another big ass street with another big ass street. I'm like,
you get lost here, man. And they close everything off. It's funny, whenever spring and summer comes, we like to shut off all the main roads and just let it be a free-for-all. So that's another fun part.
it's like Sunfest. That's actually probably, Sunfest used to be my favorite time in London because they used to block everything off. You can wander around. They used to let you smoke pot before it was legal. I say, honestly, I love how everyone gets so butthurt about smoking weed. I'm like, melatonin helps you sleep. If you can eat it or take tinctures, 10 times better. Try not to smoke it because we all know harmful smoke going to your lungs, blah, blah, blah. This turned into a pot. I'm just kidding. But
That's no problem.
everybody, where can I submit questions? Oh, Carter, throw them in the channel today, buddy.
Let's do it.
Normally, I tell everyone to make sure that you pre-post them for coffee with the coaches in the Discord or the coaches team, which you guys are mostly part of. If not, hit !Discord. But to be honest, feel free to ask them away. Today's a live show. It's last minute. I was going to do an in real life stream today, but I woke up. Body's like, fuck you, coach. Take a day off. So I'm heavily caffeinated. So by like 2-3 in the afternoon, after 2-3 meals, I may go do some legs, or I'm probably going to nap outside if it stops raining.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice out today.
But it's we have fucking rainfall warnings all afternoon. I was gonna say, look at your watch. Look at the Weather Network. It says from like 3 until 12 tonight is like 80% chance.
Man, I wanted to go canoeing today. I wanted to get out there.
Everybody wants to go canoeing. But if I could go canoeing, I would be so excited and happy. But
Man, I got one in the backyard. I want to fucking head out right now.
Where about you going to go? Where are you going to end up going?
Either Sharon's Creek or Roth Park. It's like the other half of Wildwood, but you can get in for free. So I just throw it in.
I've never tipped a canoe, buddy. I have. No. Oh shit! Thank you for the host. Oops. Much love, baby. You've never, buddy. I remember when I was a kid, I tipped my canoe the one time. Sorry guys, we're going on like a side tangent. We're not even paying attention to. This is what coaches do. We pick each other's brains, and guys, right now we're talking about canoeing. Active, fit, Mother Nature. Everything you need. Buddy, much love, Oops. It's always nice to have you. I'll give you a big old shout out right now so I don't have to mess it up. Oops. OG. Yes.
Man, core work, you can do tons of exercises laying on your back. Like shoulders don't need to be a part of your workout at all when it comes to abs. I would basically talk about like laying on your back and just lifting your legs up. Like anything will kind of get you going. Push your lower back into the ground, lift the shoulder blades off the ground to really engage the rectus abdominis. Man, like the sky's the limit.
I just realized I didn't ask you the question. I'm glad you're reading my chat. I just looked down. I'm looking at OG. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, what the fuck? What did Carter ask? Also, if anybody wants any questions on shoulders, ask Colin. If he has a shirt on, there it is. So I met Colin like 5-6 years ago. I taught him Cant Fit Pro, so I certified him probably years ago. And the very first time he comes up to me, he's like, hey, I got questions about shoulders. I'm like, okay, what? He's like, mine are fucked. I'm like, okay, like, have you seen a doctor? Like, is it like structural? Pulls his shirt off and he's like, nope, 2 full repairs. I'm like, holy fuck.
That's one of the scars. And why only have one, you know? Like, let's match these babies up.
Gotta be symmetrical, boys. Be symmetrical. But if you guys do have shoulder questions or any type of rehabilitation, Colin's already overcame most of this. So if you guys have questions, throw it in. Carter's already talked about... why the fuck do you always ask about abs, Carter? Get some fucking squats in there.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry, Carter. But yeah, so what Colin was already saying, you don't need to feel... if you're feeling your arms and shoulders when you're doing... What the hell? Am I reading the wrong question? No, I just read a little later. So you don't need to use your shoulders, period, for abs. You can do leg raises. You can do bicycles. You can do wood chop. Trying to think of like a banded like rotation. Like a. Have you ever trained hockey players?
Not hockey players, but golfers.
So my golfers, when I have, you know, when you get like those boxing gloves, a little pad. So I had a nice little like powerlifting belt with a stick on it, and I held a pad, and I'm like, I want you to rotate, like they're hitting it, the guy, just like that. But the one guy looked at me, he's like, this ain't gonna help my fucking swing. I'm like, I bet you it will. He's like, why? I'm like, all in the hips. It's all in the hips. Everyone fucking dies. Colin, what is your contact info? I have slap repair on Wednesday. Nighthawk, if you want, I will post his stuff in socials later, so we'll have him on the Discord so you guys can check his Instagram as well. Actually, you know what I can do? I can go to Instagram right now.
Yo, like I had 5 shoulder surgeries. I had a bone graft in my left arm. And actually, when I got my second surgery, they drilled too far into my clavicle here. They went right into my ball joint. So I had a third surgery on my left shoulder because they actually
there you go, Hawk. I got you.
Like terrible arthritis in there. The right shoulder, I fell when I was like drinking. Broke my friggin' ball joint in half. I broke my humerus vertically, and I broke my socket in a few places. So this was another terrible reconstruction. What I'm saying is that no matter what happens, just keep working and you can always get through it. But educate yourself. Education is the best key to get through anything in life.
Because you guys don't want to get all fucked up and hurt yourself.
Dude, for real. I've lived it, and like that's why I do what I do. I don't want you guys to have to go through the terrible situations I had to go through. I was in a sling for a year of my 20s. Man, that was terrible.
A year with a sling.
A year in a sling.
I hurt myself again. Great song, Johnny Cash. I'm kidding, sorry. But yeah, so if anybody has questions, we want to keep it simple today. We're not going to be too in-depth. We're just going to shoot the shit like normal people do. But yeah, if anyone has questions on shoulders, just how to build business, what mechanics, what type of programs like you guys are interested or what we're doing, we're always out. Thank you for the follow. Much love, Lodge. Fucking English. I'm done. I'm okay, bye. This is Coffee with the Coaches. I'm out. I'm fucking whoo! It's a great start to the day. But yeah, thank you. But simple and sweet. What made you get into training, bud?
Honestly, I did my weight loss. So I was always overweight as a kid, short, like I'm 5'5". I had like a 36-inch waist. I had glasses when I was younger. And after I did finally change my eating habits, I got to working out. It made me feel so good. And I was like, you know what? I treat everyone in my life better. I love myself and I'm in a healthier environment and I can help other people. And I realized that if everyone felt better and loved themselves, we would all treat everyone better. And it's like the snowball effect where everything in our environment will be better because we appreciate ourselves and we appreciate hard work getting the job done. And if I could share that and help people not have the surgeries that I went through as well, just by learning about your posture and how you need to use your back more than pushing and just basically functional fitness, like what Adam and I now know is like just kind of fundamental knowledge is so important for people to know. I would not have blown up my shoulders if I understood like where my shoulders should be, how I should be training my back, and just, I didn't even think about my body, how my body worked before this. And once he started getting educated, I'm like, man, do I ever want to share this? I love getting educated. I love taking courses because that's when I see real value. And when I help my clients, oh man, it's what it's all about.
So here's an easy question. I'll let you answer this because I have to answer this all the time. How do you stretch pre and post? Or what types would you prefer?
Okay, so here's the funny one. Everything is situational. We don't want to do static stretches before working out. But if you have tight calves and you're squatting that day, I want you to static stretch those calves. I want you to activate them afterwards so that we can get a better feel for them. But if your ankle mobility is not prime, your squat's going to be off. You're going to be doing more of a hinge. But simply put, I want you moving as a stretch. I want you warming up by moving the joints, like oscillating through the joints.
You say ballistic, I'm going to kick you in the nuts. I said if you say ballistic, I'm going to kick you in the nuts.
Oh, no. Man, we just want to get the blood pumping. We want to stretch and do not static stretching. You just want to move dynamically and stretch the body parts in which we're going to be using that session and then do movement prep. If we're squatting, I want you to do body weight squats, then build up to that and do a full body check-in as well. So I would say no static stretching unless there is something we need to take care of to have proper mobility for the exercise we're doing.
The other thing, too, about why would you do a static even if you're warming up? Wouldn't there be a different way you could warm? Should I challenge you? No. I should be nice.
Yeah, so we load up. We can do calf raises. We can do ankle circles. We can do the anterior raises. We can warm up that muscle group to allow it to stretch a bit more, too. So there's just a few modalities that you can go through.
Well, because I was going to say, you do FST, too, and normally when you prep your client, we always do a what type of wave?
Stretch wave?
A stretch wave. What kind? If you're prepping to get ready for a heavy lift, it's always a fast twitch or fast wave. Slow waves are always post workout to end up calming down the nervous system. If you're doing a fast wave, to be honest, it sucks because I forgot a lot of this sitting on my ass for the past 16 months, guys. If nobody's from Canada, we haven't fucking done anything. Wait. Here's the button. Fuck you, Doug. So in Canada, we haven't had gyms. So it's been hard for a lot of people. People get bored. I streamed. Blessed. Love the community. But we forget a lot of things. Like the past couple of weeks, the reason I brought Coffee with the Coaches to life was me and Tony or Dub Chubs. If Dub Chubs is here, love you, buddy. We brought the idea to Twitch because we've been misinformed most of our lives. We've never had the proper tools or outlook. Now YouTube, there's a lot of good doctors and physicians that are actually becoming trainers to help give better aspects. That's what I want to bring to Twitch and give an opportunity for professional trainers and certified coaches to give you all the stuff you have. The white glove come out. Uh-oh. Are you Dr. Dan? I'm so confused. Are you about to slip a finger in somebody's butt there, Hawk?
Ooh.
And if you are, hopefully it's not mine. I don't want to watch. But yeah, so normally what I always tell people with stretching their, Hawk, is you always want dynamic or static. Static, Colin's right. It can be before or after. All depends. What's up, Cant? Static can be before or after. It all depends what type of movement pattern you're doing. I do static, but I do static holds. So if I do any type of heavy squats, well, it depends on my calves because I'm a fucking brick on my calves. If you see my calves, they don't like to get stretched. But what we're trying to do is, with a static hold, we're trying to help that nice muscular fiber stretch. So normally it's to cool down your nervous system, but Christian Thibodeau, if anybody knows who he is, he actually has a loaded stretch principle that he actually loads until he holds for an isometric. So that can be a static stretch as well for before or after. I'm a go-to dynamic kind of guy. I played rugby. I played basketball. I played football. You are doing great live streaming today. Much love. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you guys all for dropping in. I looked at the numbers and holy shit. I don't know what's happening with Coffee with the Coaches. If somebody's like giving me a blessing or somebody's cheating bot me, if you are, I love you guys. Whoever's doing it, I'd say it's me, but I'm a cheap bastard. I said that to someone because with Fudgy, we had like 1,400 people. And I'm like,
that was such a good video. You guys, your back and forth was great.
But fuck, man. Like, I look at the numbers and I'm getting messages in my chat. They're like, bots. I'm like, man, I'm going to report every time I get botted. But at the end of the day, whoever's here that's real, I love you. That's all that matters. And whoever's botting me, it's either you hate me or love me. So I love you guys.
You can take it either way, right? They're still watching.
Well, it's funny because, like, not working for the year, you're like, fuck, I'm pinching pennies. I don't want to spend money. So this morning, I'm like, do I want flavored oatmeal or regular oatmeal? Regular oatmeal is plain and like $4 cheaper. And you're like, I guess I can put brown
cinnamon at home.
Oh, buddy. With the chopped up apple, cinnamon, and a little bit of agave nectar. Mwah. That was my go-to a couple days ago. It was so delicious.
Can't go wrong, man.
How do we just rambly turn into talking about food?
Canoeing, food. Like, you guys want to talk about like nice adventure?
But the nice thing, guys, is the reason Coffee with the Coaches goes so well is we're fluent. We're just asking questions. We're enjoying having company. We're teaching you guys the active lifestyle. We're all gamers. People that are coming here are mostly gamers. I shouldn't say we're all gamers. But we're sedentary. We're sedentary. We sit on our asses. Sedentary. I can't even fucking speak. But we're sedentary. Bad. We sit on our asses more times than we're standing. So when Colin said he's going to go canoeing, when he's going to go outside, if you're not playing around, go for a quick walk. I'm not going to lie. When I'm done streaming, I'm going to go play me some Pokemon Go with my neighbors. Why? To get my steps in, to keep my energy expenditure up. Because if you're not expending energy, you're literally just sitting around doing nothing. Which, don't get me wrong, it's nice to do the odd day, but all the time, yeah, that's my Sundays.
Well, we got to be standing up more. We got to be walking more. You got to think about our hips too, right? When you're sitting, like our core should always kind of be engaged. The glutes are the biggest muscle in the body. They should be strong and be able to keep the hips where they want to be. But we got to be standing up more. We got to be walking more. I mean, frig, there's like 80-year-old grandmothers out in like the eastern side of the world that have way better hips than most of us in North America. I've heard a lot of being talked about how our modern day furniture is like literally ruining our spines and our hips here because we just don't fucking walk. We don't stand up anymore. Apparently there's like 200 ways to sit or crouch. And we got to go back to that more primal living way because we are products of our environment and we got to stay moving. Like we're the highest form of evolution on this planet. Like we got to keep using ourselves.
So what you're saying is I should pull up my beautiful Chesterfield and just sit in a nice lazy boy, or should I pick up my actual lazy boy and just lean back and just get that nice sexy pose going on?
Dude, like those people from Wall-E. You remember that?
Wall-E. Eva. Yeah, I got you.
Chairs, like not moving at all. Everyone's super obese.
Oh, okay. I thought, buddy, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to like the Flash chair, Flashpoint. Do you ever see that guy? Oh, sorry. I've been watching way too much DC and Marvel being laid off. It's boring as shit. But yeah, Flashpoint. Fuck.
Yo, if Professor X can move anything with his mind, why can't he just move his legs?
Sorry, Professor X, you're a legend, but I'm sorry. Get off your ass. But he's fit. It makes no sense half the time. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's actually, I never thought of it like that. But I think he can move objects. I don't think he can move people. Is it animate? Oh. Xavier. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. My things are not scrolling quick enough, or I just completely missed a lot of shit. But yeah, guys, ask questions away. Me and Colin are just shooting the shit. It's been a while. I haven't seen him probably, 5 years.
Yeah, man, it's been years. That Camp Fit Pro course was great, man. It was.
I tried.
To get everything going. Took some DTS courses after that. Darby.
Oh, yeah. Fudgy, if you're here, much love. But I think he's doing a yard sale right now because I saw all his posts this morning. I'm like, if I lived in Ottawa, I'd come up there, but that's way too far.
He was just so pumped about that. Like, not openly showing it, but man, he's like, yeah, we're doing a garage sale. I'm like, you're super pumped about this.
Probably not. You got to remember, too, like, he probably got home and his wife's like, hey, Chris. And he's like, fuck. I don't want to do it. I want to go home. I'm just kidding. No, but it's always nice to have that opportunity to spend out. What warm-up would you do if you're starting your workout and overhead press with a bar? Oh, that's a you question. I just go straight in raw. I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ, man. For me, I would definitely swing those arms around, some oscillation. When you swing your arms, you get a little bit of like a nerve floss in there too, just stretching the nerves a tiny bit. I would do a little bit of decompression for the shoulder and then really warm up that back. The stronger your back is, the better overhead press you're going to have, but make sure you keep those shoulders back. Like, I would even, like, for me, myself, I roll it with lacrosse balls too, like break some tissue up to make sure that I have good mobility. And if you are sitting a lot or you do have a desk job, man, like, get those pecs stretched out a little bit before we get into overhead work. And T-spine mobility, for sure. Make sure that that thoracic spine is able to move and extend well for our overhead press. But lock in your core and glutes as well. We always need a strong foundation. That core and glutes have to be locked in for us to shoot overhead. We don't want to lose energy anywhere.
I haven't left my gaming chair in 6 months, you fuck.
Woo!
Buddy, you probably have the best ass groove in that chair right now. I shouldn't say that because my couch upstairs. So, what is it? I got a new couch, and it's in my basement. I'm never in the basement. So my old couch upstairs has like a perfect ass groove. It's like a 12-year-old couch. I'm like, when you sit somewhere, you're like, fuck, I'm tired. Also, guys, napping is Coach's best quality. I can nap anywhere, anytime. Just give me a chair, couch, or wall. I said that to my client. He's like, you're only 33. How are you napping? I'm like, thing is when your body needs to sleep and recover, guys, if anybody was watching last weekend with Fudge, if you don't sleep good and you don't eat good, you don't grow good. That was probably the funniest English I've ever heard because I was like, wait, am I hearing this right or am I doing something wrong? But yeah, training is not where you grow, recover, or heal. Sometimes the napping aspect, like I like to nap, always allows you to help your body grow because when you're sleeping, hormones get released. Serotonin, dopamine, GABA slowly gets replenished. At the end of the day, when you wake up in the morning, how do you feel besides a raging hard, hello? Good morning. Nothing. Oh, buddy, I got nothing on Tony's napping skills. The one day I messaged him, hey, we're going to talk about coffee with the coaches, blah, blah, blah. Didn't respond for 4 hours. Hey, man, I napped. Okay, you want to play games? Yeah, I'll play a couple games.
It's a solid.
Oh, no, because we played 2 rounds of Fortnite. I'm asking him questions like, yeah, I think I'm going to go back to bed. I'm like, son of a bitch. Wow. The entire day, I'm like, asking you if we're going to end up doing anything, and you're half fucking sleeping. I'm like, this makes no fucking sense. Oh, but let's get back to the meat and potatoes. So what are your favorite type of workout? What's up, Mel? What are your favorite type of workouts? What type of splits do you do? What type of splits would you recommend? Any new clients or new potential people coming to the gym?
I'm a big, I love supersetting, getting as much done as we can in that time, but it is goal dependent, right? Like it totally depends on what the client wants. I would always make sure that we get the core nice and strong so that we can kind of work from there. But usually if it's a new client, I just do foundational work, make sure our Hinges, squats, lunges, pushes, pulls, overhead work is all prime, and you got to make sure that all those movement patterns are cleared before you kind of progress into anything more explosive. But I typically start with just your typical push-pulls, but I always focus on more back before I go into too many pushes. But I am a supersetter as much as possible, unless people want more strength goals, then we'll just go into, you know, giving a little bit more rest and hitting the like 8 to 10, 5 to 8, depending on where people want to go. But
I like 2s. Anything under 5, I like.
I just got to get sweating, and like we all need to get that fucking metabolism firing too. People got to sweat. People got to be moving. We got to get all these good nutrients to all of our body. Like, and profuse sweating is one of the only ways we can get heavy metals out of the brain as well. Like, there's so many positives to moving your body, to getting exercise, and it's like typically on the muscle side of things, when you work out, you're just like ripping apart the muscles a bit so that your body has to, I guess, adapt to that. So when we go and stress out the body again, we're locked into that. It's the SAID principle, specific adaptation for imposed demand. If you want stronger bones, knock around those bones a bit, jump, come down on them, like load them up. Our bones actually do get more dense and stronger when we lift more weight or when we do ballistic work or any type of plyometrics. So going out for a run, they say it's bad for your knees. Fuck off. Not running's bad for your knees, guys. We gotta move our body if we want it to move better.
I'm going to give a little point in there. Running is bad depending on body structure and composition. If you're a little heavier, I'm going to recommend a cycle or sitting on your ass. But he is right. Getting off your ass, expending energy is what you need. Go for a walk. When you can walk, then you can jog. When you can jog, then you can run. Don't just get off your fucking ass and go for a fucking 5K. Because then the next day, this motherfucker said I could run. My knees are fucked up now. We're not doctors, guys. We are certified coaches.
Right? Like, we don't want to go from 0 to 100. That's just not how we work. We got to build up. But moving is better than nothing. I think Chris said it last week. If you are like more stagnant right now and you're not really exercising, even a 20-minute walk is going to benefit you. You're going to get a lot of good benefits from that. So just moving in general is great. Go for a hike. Get outside of nature. I'm a big proponent about being out in nature. We're made up of everything in nature. We are nature. So going back into the woods and just breathing in that great biome out there, it's so important for us. You know, we're not meant to totally be living in cities all the time. I think that's why we do have some of the issues that we're having with depression, because we are literally like almost in a cage. We should get out and explore and have fun and be stimulated by the world around us.
It's called cave syndrome. My client actually told that to me. Give me a second. Carter wants to know what is your favorite post-workout meal? What do you enjoy to eat when you're done your lifts?
I'm such a simple person, man. I love chicken and rice. I could eat stir fries for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but
I am easy peasy.
Stir fry with rice, or stir fry with sauce, stir fry just regular.
Man, I'll do like, I love teriyaki. I love soy sauce. Like, I'll just do like rice, asparagus, or beans, then chicken or beef. Like, I'm pretty simple with this. I want to get more seafood in my diet, but just not a huge fan of seafood right now.
Buddy, you seafood, you fucking eat it. Mel wants to know, how do you get motivated to find yourself to work out every day? I'll tell you mine after.
Well, it could be as easy as just going for a walk, taking the dog for a walk. I don't work out every day. There's time when you just got to focus on your mental, and you know, it's not getting out, moving the body, even just like doing some yoga, rolling the body out, stretching a little bit. You don't have to be working out crazy all the time. Like, you're going to find a good situation that works for you as an individual, and then you kind of work through that. But I don't train every day. We need rest, and we have to understand priorities. Like, a good sleeping pattern is super, super beneficial, and you can't outrun a bad sleeping schedule. Like, if your hormones are in a whack, you're not going to be losing weight properly. We got to focus on good sleep and good stress, I guess, figuring out your stress situation. We got to have a good way to unload as well.
True.
So it's more like environment is a huge part. It's not just working out. It's your environment that you live in. If you live in a healthy environment, you're going to follow through with your goals, and you're going to allow that you can maintain that situation better. So a healthy environment is huge for following through and having long-term success.
Alrighty, guys, and my way I get motivated every day is I crank on Dragon Ball Z, and I must go all the way. Sorry, guys. I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z. I've been since I was a kid. I think that was a major reason I went into the gym. I don't know why, but when I was a kid, one episode of Cell Saga, how did you get so strong and so big? I did all the push-ups, sit-ups, and drank all my juice. When I was a kid, I did not understand that until I got older. Because the terminology for steroids is juice.
I never caught that, man. I loved them, but I love that Vegeta shit too.
That was Vegeta. That's why I was blown out of my mind.
No way.
Wow, I was fucking so mad. I'm like, the entire time of my childhood, I was so pumped for fucking Vegeta ascending almost past Goku. And then he turns out, he's like, I took all the juice. And you're like, fuck this game. Alrighty, thank you for the host, TK. What's up, Johnny boy? Let's get back into this. Sorry, I probably missed tons of questions. First off, Carter, go fuck yourself. Stop saying you're eating burritos because you know I got to prep till October, and I want to eat a burrito so bad. Eating me so. I'm just kidding. Okay. The stream's stronger than you, bro. Buddy. Wow. Shots fired all fucking day. I'm not even getting a fucking win over here. It's not Christian. I'm getting shots fired, guys. Shots fired. It's not even fucking 12 o'clock yet. I have enough caffeine to fight back, though. No, I won't. Carter, honestly, Johnny's my neighbor, so I can just jump over the fence, but his dog will probably bite me in the nuggets. Oh yeah, his dog's nice looking dog.
What kind of dog you got?
Johnny, what kind of dog do you got? I don't know, he tries biting my fingers all the time, though.
Roddy?
No, it's like a... Fuck. John, do I have to text you? What type of dog do you have? It's like a poodle. There you go.
What? Poodle's gonna bite the nuggets, is he?
It's not a little poodle. It's a big fucking poodle. Like,
Does
you know
it have those hooves?
I think they cut the dog quite often because I've never seen it poofy. It's always nice, like short haired. What's up? Sorry, our tangents are just going random. If anyone ever goes to a gym, this is how the mentality works. When we're writing a program, it's always geared to you. But then we start talking to a client, then we talk to another client, and you start off. So this is a complete tangent off topic of everything. You can probably agree to this. So one morning I came into work and two of my coworkers were on vacation. They went to like a cruise. The other one went to Dominican. Also, nice. Fuck both of you. I'm going there sometime soon. So my 6 a.m. was a dean of medicine. My 7 o'clock was a prof of radiology. My 8 o'clock was a psychologist. My 9 o'clock was a criminal psych. I had an entire 7-8 hours of nonstop profs. By 1 in the afternoon, it felt like I went to school for an entire year because my brain felt like I got stabbed with a fucking sharp hook. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to be talking about criminology.
That's awesome. So much information. You're just fucking sponging all that in.
But that's what trainers do. Like, we retain a lot of it. So when people bring up these ideas, we're like, hey, first off, shut the fuck up, train. Hey, did you know this happens? Oh, sorry, that was a random side tangent. Fuck you. Just kidding, buddy. Oh, no. I say fuck you to Carter because every time I'm here, he always talks about burritos or McDonald's. And last time he was here, you guys had Wendy's, so... Ooh. Chicken nuggets. Nom, 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 nom.
A little cheat day for the win.
Buddy, I have exactly... So, guys, if you guys are not following Coach's team, hit ! Discord. Actually, I can do that because I'm actually... my program I'm following right now is simplistic. It's a push-pull legs, vertical, horizontal, and legs. There's also an accessory. I have deadlifts because I fucking love deadlifts. But I have all those already preemptively. If you guys want to follow that program, it is in my Discord. If you have questions, that's what you guys can post the questions with Coffee with the Coaches. Next week with Forbes Fitness, we're going to have him on as well. So if you guys have more questions, he's going to be focusing more on kinesthetics. Calisthenics. I'm thinking of learning styles over here. So, guys, Coffee with the Coach is supposed to be an educational series, but early in the morning,
needs more coffee, I guess.
Yeah, fuck, man, don't say that. I'm already fucking 3 coffees. 2 coffees and a Monster deep, and I'm still, like, steady stated over here. But what was I going to say? What is your go-to athlete or client that you prefer to train?
My favorite client, sorry?
Clients, like a niche or your market. Sorry, I shouldn't say favorite client because one of your clients is watching right now. I was like, this motherfucker's not gonna.
I know, like, oh shit. Man, I love the rehab for older people. I have a lot of weird clients I have a lot of older clients with weird injuries. So I'm like, if you have the top of your fib cut off, you're not gonna be able to do a lot of stuff. So finding the proper puzzle piece for the program that's gonna help them to engage the quad when they can't squat or do like almost any pushes, lower body pushes. So I really like older clients that I'm like reteaching them how to move, 2-limb get-ups, just so that they're functional in life again. But I also love anyone who's willing to work hard, like, is basically it. I just don't like it when people come in and they don't understand that these 2 hours of your week are only 2 hours of your week. Throw down here, but then you got to focus on the environment, your eating habits, your sleeping habits, your stress reduction, and just realizing that 2 hours of your week is not going to change your whole life, right? Like, we got to stick to a program. We got to stick to proper eating habits, proper diet. I don't know like my favorite clients. I love everybody who's willing to come in and throw down. And, you got to have a good sense of humor too. That's always a plus.
Buddy, when you said throw down, the only thing that came to my mind, Nacho Libres. I'm just thinking a little like wrestlers wearing the mask, be like, Nacho Libres. I will throw down. I will fucking throw down.
Fucking hot. It's awesome. It's always a good time.
But it's always nice to have that energy and positivity. Who was it? I was talking to one of my buddies a while ago. He does a lot of online training. Very, very successful. He's so melatonin. I'm like, I'm fucking bored talking to you. Like, you're my good buddy, but at the end of the day, I'm like,
I yell at people. Like, I get in here, I yell at people. And even when I train on my own, I fucking yell at myself these days.
Don't be a bitch.
Baby.
Also, if anyone doesn't know who Ronnie Coleman is, lie away, baby. Ain't nothing but a peanut.
Who doesn't know Ronnie Coleman these days? Come on.
Buddy, most people don't. You got to remember, bodybuilding and competing isn't what a lot of people want to do when they come to the gym. It's always like a different spectrum. I want to lose weight. Oh my God, look at this Jenny Craig model. Who the fuck's Jenny Craig? I'm kidding. But yeah, everyone has different ideas, different things that they want to do. So it's always nice. That's why I started this. I want to make sure people can actually ask dumb questions, smart questions, silly questions. Also, if anyone asks me a stupid question, I'm not asking it. I had a guy once saying, if you jerk it, do you get hairy hands?
Obviously.
That's why I'm a Sam Squanch. Look at this hand. It's so hairy. Somebody's probably like, what the fuck's going on?
Man, we'll take these little trips everywhere, guys. If we have a tangent, we'll take it.
Oh, nonstop. Actually, give me a second. I still have a full list of questions I forgot to ask. Ooh, go-to favorite exercise. What's your go-to?
Deads, baby. Deads all day.
Fuck yeah! Booty blast!
Of course. Yeah, man. It's like one of the best exercises you can do. There's a bunch of varieties of hinges that you can do too. So like, I got a trap bar. I like doing conventional. I'm better with sumo. But then you do suitcase shit to really get the
stability,
the balance, anti-rotation work in.
Fuck you, Johnny. We're not going down a rabbit hole. It's a tangent. We're going on a different fucking plane.
We'll take it, man. We never know where we're going to find ourselves.
What's up, Zach? Also, guys, we will be going over supplementation in the next couple of weeks. We do have a guy named Chet Manning coming on. He is the Brainington on Instagram. He also went to school for neurology as an undergrad. So he'll be talking a lot more about the supplementations, and then we'll go from there. Training legs a couple days now, and I can barely sit to take a shit. Well, you know what that means? You're training too hard unless you're trying to become an athlete. But if you're an athlete or a competitor, are you taking any type of enhancements or any type of anabolics?
For me?
Sorry. A guy just asked me. He said, training legs a couple days a week, can barely sit to take a shit. You should not feel like that. What's happening is you're pushing your body way past your threshold and comfort. You're either not eating enough to recover. You're either training too hard, overshooting your nervous system and telling your muscles to go fuck themselves. There's a lot of different things that you have to look for. Fuck off. Johnny, there is no pain, no gain. You should not feel pain if you want to gain.
Well, we got to remember, like, we talk about like we're under rested, but it's like we really need to take that time. You need your rest days. You got to rebuild and like allow your central nervous system to realign everything. If you're like, you shouldn't be killing yourself all the time. You don't need to. To stimulate muscles to grow does not mean you're gonna fucking kill them.
Hey, you're a regular guy. So how many leg days a week are you training, and what type of program are you doing? Because if you're a regular guy and you're hurting that much, maybe your program's too advanced for you to start off. You should always start off, like Colin was saying, as simple as you can. Push, pull, legs, full of body movement patterns so you feel it. If you're jumping in balls deep, sorry, shit, I don't think I can say that. If you're jumping in balls to the wall, just one leg day a week. All right, now what's your sets? What's your volume? They are called DOMS, so delayed onset muscle soreness. No matter what, you will feel sore, but you should not be able to not take a shit. Always stretch after training. Good. Late night snacks, buddy, all the time.
Yeah, I am a late night eater. Sometimes like I won't eat until like 12. You do a little bit of intermediate fasting. So I will have like a full meal before bed sometimes, but as long as you're eating your macronutrients in your 8-hour window, if you're going to be doing something like that, that's what it's about. But make sure you get all your macros in. So if you're going to be doing intermediate fasting, you can eat a fair amount later at night as long as it's in your window. So that's what I do a few days a week. So that's why I eat like big meals.
Yeah, I was going to say, Carter, the same thing with me, man. I love snacking at the end of the day. So I work 6 until 12 normally straight every day of the week, and then I go back in the evenings to train. So I do intermittent fasting exactly like he was saying. By the time I get home at noon, I'll have half a carton of egg whites, 2 full eggs, flat out wraps, spinach, jalapenos, onions, everything into like 2 big-ass wraps. Oh, trust me, I'm a fatty. Just 12 to 15 reps. How many exercises are you doing on your leg days? And it's specific just a leg day. And how long have you been going to the gym? If it's your first program to a gym and you're doing a specific full leg day, it's going to get tiring. Same thing with the program I wrote for the Coffee with the Coaches. It's a program geared towards me because I know my body doesn't get sore often. If it's something you get sore, instead of doing the 4 sets, drop it down 2 sets just to get you moving for the first couple weeks. If you're doing 12 to 15 reps and you're sore as hell, take your time, baby. Tortoise always wins the race.
Yeah, like doing more of an endurance type situation. That's just, 4 sets of 10, 12 to 15. 4 sets of what though?
I don't know. I didn't ask. So far, he's just telling me he has sore, so it's DOMS. We all know that. He trains like once a week. 4 sets, 12. Well, you have the thing open. 12 to 15 reps. 12 to 15 reps is a great scheme to start out with. But what I've noticed over years and years of training is I used to do 12 to 15 with all my basic fundamental movements. Now I'm dropping down to like 5 to 6. Just to make sure they keep tempo, make sure they're keeping their movements. Because if you coach somebody properly, if you guys go back to Coffee with the Coaches in my Discord and my Twitch, I'm not posting those on YouTube. The only ones that are going to be on YouTube are episode 1 with Nick, episode 2 with Fudgy, episode 3 with Your Time Fitness. Yeah. We're just slowly building it up that way. Okay, guys? Just that leg day, doing 4 to 5 exercises, my second leg workout since pandemic. Yeah, so that might have been a bad idea. I would have just ended up doing like squats and upper body, next day deadlifts, upper body, and slowly within 2 to 3 weeks, slowly integrate like an actual like lunge as well. Well, it depends on how your structure is. But then slowly go that way. Do you prefer reps for a 3-second eccentric? Yet again, it all depends what you train. Sorry.
Yeah, like man, if you're wanting to build muscle, slow it down, baby. Slow it down and do like pause positions. If you want to get any one of your lifts better, especially for lower body, find yourself in the hardest positions and lock yourself in there. Like do holds there, or even like pause reps is a great way to build strength if you're plateauing as well. Yeah, man. If it was your second workout since the pandemic, I would have started like 10 to 12 reps or 8 to 10 reps and just like do your big lifts, your compounds, like your squats, your deadlifts. I love unilateral work for your legs. Every time we walk, we're doing a unilateral exercise, and it's really good to rebalance the hips. A lot of the times we do have a little unbalanced for the hips. So doing any unilateral work, single leg movements, single leg hinges are friggin' key. And then remember, the glutes are the biggest muscle in the body, so they should be strong, strong, strong.
So I got a fat ass. I said that to someone, like, how do you have a big ass? I'm like, buddy, I deadlift 6 plates on a bad day. The guy's like, and that's all in your ass? I'm like, you can't say what's in my ass. A lot of people just, they can't make a bad joke. Oh, sweet, here we go. Snug, what's the best exercise for the first timer? Honestly, it all depends, Snug. As a new first-time person going to a gym, it all depends what your goals are. Realistically, what's the primal movements? I'll let you answer that so I can drink.
We're talking about squats, deadlifts, so the two lower body primal lifting patterns.
Hey,
We're gonna look at pushing, pulling, rotations, and then like vertical push pull, horizontal push pull, rotations, and then single leg work as well.
Thank you, Muffin, you beautiful bitch. Did somebody just say burpees? If you did, get the fuck out of my lobby.
I was at a CrossFit gym for a year and a bit, man. Burpees were a huge part of their programming.
So I'm hit or miss. Turned off my glutes into buddy. If you have pancake glutes, get some maple syrup on it. I hope somebody wants a bite. I just zoned right the fuck out on that one. Yeah, so burpees. So I did stretch therapy or FST out of a place called Hydra. I can't fucking remember. This is like 10, 15 years ago. And the only reason I did FST at the CrossFit gym, burpees, cleans, snatches, all these fucking people are destroying their hips and shoulders. So me personally, I will never do it.
Like, and my only issue with CrossFit is that the main principles don't have any functional aspect. Like, you see all these CrossFitters that are genetic mutants doing all these crazy exercises, but you don't see that for one workout they do here, they have like 3 to 4 days of like pulls and recuperating. If you're doing snatches, if you're doing overhead press, for every push you do, you need to do 2 to 3 pulls just to make sure we're not going to fucking fall apart in some of these big lifts. Like, you need to have a strong posterior chain to push or to hip drive anything. So you see all these movements that they do in CrossFit, but you don't see what they have to do behind the scenes to maintain that form of athleticism.
Cleans and snatches all day, baby. What do you guys think about keto? Okay, I'm going to tell you the simplest thing before even going into keto. There's no diet that's sustainable. It's something you can do that is sustainable that you can call a diet or a lifestyle. Don't ever just say, I'm keto, I'm paleo, I'm fucking vegan. Nobody gives a shit. How do you follow you comfortably? If you go out tomorrow, you're like, oh, I'm keto, I can't eat this, or I'm a vegan, I can't have pizza. That's not sustainable. If you're in a fucking forest and you're hungry, you're going to kill a fucking bear to eat. That's my little tangent. So, sorry, go back to you about keto.
I like that a lot, man. And I think Chris Fudge said it the best. Like, your nutrition profile or how you should eat is as different as your like fingerprint. Everybody's built differently. Everybody has different gut bacteria that works well with some things and doesn't work well with other things. And last week you guys talked about like if you have a lot of gas or if you can notice that you're having like weird poos or something, you should have for real though. Like that's
2080, baby, 2080.
For real though, that's exactly it. It's exactly it.
What's DGAFS? Kevin, I'm horrible with fucking little tiny terms. I know what LOL means and FML. And SMD! Oh, thank you, Kev. Or thank you, Zach. Also, keto long-term is health. Honestly, I don't focus too much on long-term effects of a lot of eating. People always talk about keto, paleo, all these different things. Whatever's sustainable, guys. But yes, Kevin, don't give a fuck. But yeah, if somebody wants to be keto and they want to end up doing all this, then they can do it. But people that are keto still have to end up eating a lot more vegetables, vitamins. Like there's a lot of other things. So actually we were talking about last weekend, anabolics. For vegans will never eat as much meat or as much protein to help them grow, guys. So at the end of the day, you want to find something based on what your goal is. If you want to lose weight, being a vegan is phenomenal. Why? It's going to let your body absorb most of those nutrients. You're not going to eat as much protein, so your body will probably end up losing a shit ton of weight. If you want to be keto, I like bacon and eggs, don't get me wrong, but that's just me. I'll let you finish up and talk about all the different type of food so I can read everybody's thingies.
Man, like I do like some form of keto, but if your body's not really built for it, I just don't like the fact that you kind of take a lot of vegetables out of it. I saw people doing keto and they have like processed cheese wrapped in bacon or something. Like what? Like, how does that make sense to you? There is your macros are fats, proteins, and carbs, right? Of course, keto's very good for kind of skipping the carb train and just getting triglycerides, which is the preferred energy source for the brain. So you can kind of skip a bit of metabolizing other things and just get the brain to get that happy fat in there. But when in nature do you only eat fat? Like I'm a huge proponent and like, man, we are animals with freaking suitcases and clothes, you know, like we got to eat for our environment, what's grown in like 100-mile radius of us and what we could get around here. Cause that's how everyone on planet Earth basically developed.
Rawr. I love it. We're all animals. Coach, come to the gym. Oh, that's the question I asked. Finish 20 push-ups, blah, blah, blah. That's how the police foundation requires. Yeah. So I'm sorry. So I'm going to say something. I'll probably end up getting shit for this. So one of my clients went to school for police foundation. The guy's fit as fuck. So he did push-ups how I taught. Chest to the ground, blah, blah, blah. But he likes his wider push-ups. They didn't allow him to do they want narrow push-ups now. So they want triceps more than they want like a little bit more pec, which it's understandable. But his entire life he was taught wide and pushing, which is not really structurally sound because that's a lot of shoulder joint. Like you're rotating in. But he did over 200 for his test. They're like, sorry, you need to make sure your elbows are tight all the way down. He's like, I hit perfect parallel the entire time. They argued with him because he was fit as fuck and did the entire test. And they tried arguing with everything he did. It made no sense.
Why push-ups anyway? Why is it push-ups? How functional is a push-up in everyday life?
Buddy, when somebody comes up in your face, you got to push the fuck out of them. So, excuse me, sir. Can I get directions? Don't fucking touch me. I was going to make a bad joke about BLM, but... that guy's a douche. I'm sorry. If this guy's watching this, fuck you. You didn't even go to jail. You're an asshole. That was a side rant.
Okay.
No, like, same thing that sucks. Like, my daughter now has to wear a mask for school, and she even made a comment stating that she couldn't breathe. Teachers didn't give a fuck. But, like, that's nothing compared to, like, what actually is happening in the world. Sorry, that's just my side tangent of the fucking shitty aspect that we're all going through with COVID and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Thank you. Oh, sorry, guys. Thank you guys all for following and hosts. I did not look down at my screen. I've been talking to Colin the entire time. So, guys, we still have about a little bit longer. Yikes, Coach gets triggered. All right, so I'm going to let you give me a nice little wrap-up before we end up getting out. So, how'd you like the show so far?
Moi?
Yes.
Dude, it's been really great to be on. I love the questions getting shouted out, and it's really good just to openly talk about this and hear other people's perspectives. My idea of health and fitness is going to be different than yours, which is going to be a little bit different than somebody else's. Right now, I'm Your Time Fitness, but I really want to start something called Be Human. I think with the crazy rigmarole of life, and we're all just trying to make more money, and we live in this capitalistic consumerism society, we've forgotten how to be humans. I think that's why we see a lot of the diseases and issues that we're having. And I think that we all need to get our bare feet on the ground more. I think we should eat more from the environment. I think we should take some time away from our electronics and just sit in silence out in nature. Like, we should come back to our roots, because I think if we get too far away, it's going to be detrimental. And I think we are seeing big issues with humans, and especially as North Americans, we have crazy diseases that other places don't even have. So I think we need to look at our soil, ourselves, and realize that we are the environment. You know, like, we gotta take care of what's around us and be more mindful of that.
Ooh, I love it. No, DJ Kevin, I'm not getting triggered. It's just a lot of things that have happened the past like 18 months to 2 years with COVID, and like nothing's done. Like that's my only trigger. What else was I gonna say? Any questions you got for me on the show or no? Oh, it's a loaded question.
What would be your favorite takeaway from this many years in the training industry? What do you think are your pros and your cons as an individual here?
Pros: get to a gym. No, as a pro, a lot of people don't understand. Being in the fitness industry is probably one of the hardest things to do. A lot of people don't. They're like, oh, I want to be a trainer. I want to be an influencer. It's not about being a trainer or being an influencer. It's about actually helping change people's lives. Sure, you can give them a cookie cutter generic program, but at the end of the day, that's not going to show ethic or loyalty. So one of my clients, actually, this is the one thing that pisses me off. Influencers, you're doing a great job. Some aren't, but some, you're getting them into a gym. You're helping them out. One of my clients bought a program off a pro somebody, and he wanted to lose weight. His brother bought the same program, but to gain weight. They were the exact same program. Yeah. So I'm sitting there. I look over the program. He's like, yeah, coach, look, I bought this for $40 on his website. I'm like, yeah, like it's an okay program. My client, his brother comes in later. Yeah, bro, I bought a bulking program. neither of them knew they bought the same program because they train different times, different days, different. I'm like, these guys pay the same. Like, sorry, that's my tangent. But a pro as a trainer is making sure you all come to the gym. That's the one thing I only recommend. If you guys don't want to train with a trainer, take the free advice. Influencers are actually helping us out by getting you guys into a gym. Even if they hurt you, it's our job to fix you. Or help you. Sorry, I shouldn't say fix. We're not physicians or doctors. The biggest con, honestly, man, COVID. We've been fucked for the past year and a bit, and it's the hardest part to get everyone back on track. But to be honest, the second gym's open. Look how fast people came back.
It's very nice to see, man. It's very nice to see.
It's mind-blowing. Like, I did not expect it to go from like 0 to 3,000.
People were ready to get back in, man. Like, we're all stagnant, but we're all just like, it's like we're just all ready to get out. We've had all this pent-up energy. We need to put it somewhere. So
it's over 9,000. I'm kidding. That's honestly, I love hearing that. Sorry, Dragon Ball Z reference. But yeah. So besides that, anything else? Stay positive, stay focused, keep going. Influencers doing good and bad jobs. Just come to a gym. Ask questions. That's what Coffee with the Coaches is, baby. We are here to give you as much educated, free advice as we can. Subs are always welcome. Biddies are always welcome. And always follow and give love to people. It's always about being positive and caring. Sorry, I'll shut up for a second.
I agree, man. Like, and that's kind of how I train too. Like, guys, I'm not here to get friggin' shredded. I've had 5 shoulder surgeries and a knee redone. Like, I just want to be able to move for the rest of my life. And I want everyone to be able to move and do what they love for the rest of their life. Because if we do good and we share that positivity, everyone does good. And if we could do that on a large scale, we make a huge difference. Like, if you can do something you love, that's what it's all about. And allowing people to remobilize and use their body in ways they haven't for years is really what adds a huge amount of benefit to my life. And that's one of the reasons I do what I do. Get in the gym, keep learning, spread some love, and have a good time.
Perfect. Alrighty, boys and girls, that will conclude the end of Coffee with the Coaches for this week. Thank you so much for coming on today. I'm going to keep you on the chat for a couple more seconds. I'm just going to end this stream soon. So thank you guys all for coming out with Coffee with the Coaches. We will be live next Saturday, same time. And this Tuesday and Thursday, we'll either be playing Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, or I might just come do some rambles for just chatting. All right, guys, much love. Thank you for Coffee with the Coaches. Say goodbye.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have yourselves a great day.
3